Yo, what up? What up? What up? What up? So right now, I have just been active again because I've been ran off the channel pretty much about the last week and shit. So first thing we're gonna do is shout out to all my sources for these videos. Right now, most of them are just new sources right now. And I'll be doing a source from Candace Store and Screen Rant. And you might see some from Trap House Kitchen or Most Hated Blog or not positive though. That's just a game. So pretty much what we're about to get into right now is I've been looking into this shit about this. First of all, we're get into this the fact that China is landing on the fucking moon or landing on Mars. So I'm gonna pull that up. This was just pulled up 2 days ago. It's called Zhurong, I believe is the name of it.
Is China about to land on Mars? And you already forgotten about Tianwen-1, the Chinese probe that arrived in the Martian orbit last February? Its mission was not only to reach the orbit of Mars, but also to drop a rover on the surface. And apparently, in the last few days, the China National Space Administration has decided to attempt the descent. The first steps are complete. The mission launched in July of 2020, and the spacecraft slipped into orbit around Mars in February. Now the orbiter is preparing to release a capsule carrying the lander and rover. It must plummet through the Martian atmosphere.
Now check this out. What I want y'all to do is look into it, man. About a week or a week and a half ago, it was some crash landing. It was some shit orbiting back in within the Earth. It was a spacecraft that it should have either never left orbit or it should not have inaccurately diverted its course and came back into the atmosphere the way it is, plummeting at that. So, back to this.
Parachute then release the lander,
but keep that in mind.
Fire downward-facing thrusters to lower itself onto the Martian surface. If that all goes well, the Tianwen-1 lander will later deploy a 2-track ramp for the 6-wheeled rover to roll down onto the Martian soil. The landing attempt is scheduled for Friday at 7:11 p.m. Eastern Time, according to Twitter accounts that monitor China's space programs. The China National Space Administration has not confirmed this timing, but it previously said
I just broke my phone too.
If the Tianwen-1 lander safely touches down on Martian soil, it would be the first non-NASA Mars landing since the Soviet Union's rover touched down in 1971. Success would make China the third nation to land on Mars. The intended...
I heard that that'll be the third nation that land on Mars. And so that's that part. Let me know what y'all think about that. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers, yo. Appreciate everybody and everything that y'all doing for me, man. Like everybody just being active on my channel all the time. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody's comments, all the love y'all show, all that. So the next one I'm gonna go to though is I was just sitting here listening to some shit, man. As I was sitting here looking on to the China landing on Mars shit, which I heard that it'll be the third country to colonize Mars, or not colonize, the third country to land on Mars. Okay, so what we're trying to do now as humankind apparently is we're trying to, most of y'all probably already know this, is we're trying to fucking land humans on the fucking moon and colonize the fucking moon, period. So check this out.
The best money we've ever had. With a different kind of money comes a different kind of card.
We choose to go to the moon. And for the first time in 5 decades, humans are setting their sights again on the moon as a destination for scientific accomplishment. While going to the moon won't be easy, we are fortunate.
Keep in mind, like, if we've already landed on the fucking moon, then why is it that they're trying so hard to get to the fucking moon? You know what I mean? Like, it's not making no sense.
People died in pursuit of the moon, and others barely survived by the skin of their teeth. You ever seen Apollo 11?
People died on the pursuit to the moon. How many movies and stuff have been made about going to the moon? Just outer space in general. If they perfected this so well, it wouldn't be so much going wrong in space.
Modern day, then not only will we be going to the moon, but this time we'll be conquering the moon. People will be living on the moon in this decade and doing so many other things. So let's talk about that today. Hey, Elonites, and
who is going to contract the moon? Who owns space? Who owns space to say, hey, I'm about to go ahead and just put me a fucking condo on the moon? Are you serious right now?
In the comments for JFK, man was a true OG. The Artemis program is the new NASA mission to the moon that is scheduled to deliver the first astronauts in the year 2024. Yes, we are getting to SpaceX and Elon Musk and our usual fanboy stuff eventually, but NASA are the ones leading the charge here.
And also, make sure y'all watching out for that Elon Musk cat, man. Like, clearly he's got brain chips going on. Like, this is a factual statement. Like, he's got brain chips going into people. Like, they're working on it. It's active, and I'll pull that up in a second too. So, but just watch out for him, because the same brain chips that are going in there is the same things that are in the nanobots and in the vaccines and all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, so just watch just pay attention.
Vicious thing that NASA has done in way too damn long. And this project was born during the Trump administration, which is, say what you will about him, but the guy loves space. So with the government finally on board providing the funding that they need, NASA are flexing with the Artemis program. The first goal is to land people on the moon in 2024. The second goal is to establish an Artemis base camp on the moon by 2028. That means people living and working on the moon in this decade. This all starts with the SLS.
So they're trying to planetize the moon in 8 years, colonize, recreate humankind, and repopulate what would be essentially a second Earth on the fucking moon. Are you serious?
The Orion.
So who's gonna fund this shit?
It's Ryan Seacrest.
And who's allowed to go?
Sorry, every time
because I'm pretty sure I don't got. Fuck that! I can barely afford to go fucking Cuba, let alone the fucking moon.
Well, the SpaceX Falcons are just not strong enough for this particular job. NASA's SLS, or Space Launch System rocket, will take over the crown as the most powerful rocket booster ever made. All of this is to get the Orion spacecraft into orbit so that it can travel from the Earth to the moon and back again. Orion can transport up to 6 people at once, but the plan right now is to send 4 at a time. The first test flight for SLS and Orion is scheduled for November 2021, and this will be an uncrewed flight that will accomplish a practical test of the whole system, plus deliver some research satellites into each orbit. A crewed flight test.
So it's going to be able to seat 6 people, but they're going to start off on the first few test runs on sending 4 people. Cool, whatever. Don't think that's a good thing to do. The next thing I'm about to do is look up the brain chip for y'all real quick and share this Elon Musk brain chip if y'all haven't seen it.
Different future. Start different at GoDaddy.com.
GoDaddy.com.
Business to building it. We have a platform for all that you do. MailChimp.
In a lot of ways, it's kind of like a Fitbit in your skull with tiny wires.
A Fitbit in your skull with tiny wires. Why the fuck would I want anything in my fucking skull?
Brain signals in real time. But how does it work? And will it turn you into a cyborg? I'm going to break it all down for you. Elon Musk is at it again. This time he was unveiling a new brain-computer interface. It's called The Link, and he says that one day it could cure everything from paralysis to blindness. Now, I'm going to explain all of this to you using the Galaxy Brain meme. Just think, starting off basic, and then I'm going to blow your mind. So step 1, the basics. Our brains are made up of billions of neurons, cells with long, spindly arms that send messages via electrical spikes. Those spikes in electricity travel between neurons in a chain reaction, sending messages to the parts of our brain that control speech or movement, for example.
Now, mind you, like I said, these brain chips is gonna be the same things. They got the nanofibers in them. The nanofibers are gonna be what's in the vaccine. So once they activate these nanofibers, the brain chips, the vaccine, all that shit is connected. So just pay attention.
Like electrical wiring. And rather than just having neurons sending electrical signals, those signals could be sent and received by a chip. Elon Musk unveiled Neuralink's implantable brain chip, the Link version 0.9. It's a brain-computer interface designed to be implanted directly into the brain by a surgical robot. Same-day surgery.
So you want to let me put a fucking robot in my head and let a robot do it? Shit, no.
The chip plugs into your brain directly via tiny microscopic threads. They're about 1/20th of the width of a
tiny microscopic threads.
They connect with the neurons in your brain to receive and send
microscopic threads, nanofibers. Period.
These electrodes won't damage your brain.
If they're inserted very carefully, so that the robot actually images the brain and makes sure to avoid any veins or arteries, so that the electrodes can be inserted with no noticeable.
And here's why. Because if you damage the nerves, what happens to the parasite if you damage the nerves of a host? It's not a fully functioning host and it serves no purpose anymore. So if you damage the nerves of a human and the purpose of that nano chip, that brain chip and those nanofibers, once they activate that shit, if you're damaged, what good are you? The parasitic virus can't use you as a host anymore.
At a really small scale, it does not.
Now, I can't believe I'm giving you specs on a brain chip, but here we go. It has an all-day battery life, wireless charging, and it's
an all-day battery life. You got something in your head that has an all-day battery life, and you think that's safe?
10 meters. And the whole thing, the chip, the surgery, the full cyborg experience, will start off expensive, but Musk says it'll hopefully eventually only cost a couple of $1,000s. He wants it to be about
and that's why people are going to start getting it.
Okay, so you with me so far?
Don't nobody want Fat Farm and Fubu. We're buying Jordan and Nike and all that. Ferragamo, Gucci, Christian Dior. We don't. Why would you spend money on a cell phone for a brain chip in your microchip in your head? That's the 2021 society thinking. It's not. It's no. There's no logic in it. Nobody cares what's behind what harmful consequences are coming from it.
Brain firing in real time. Specifically, the neurons that were sending and receiving messages from her snout.
So what you're hearing are the types of news around the building in Gertrude's head. So this relay connects neurons that are in her snout. So whenever she shuffles around and touches something with the snout, that's in neural spines, which are detected here.
We also saw the chip predicting the pig's movements based on brain activity. And we saw the electrodes firing and stimulating neurons and lighting up different brain regions. And that opens the door to some pretty game-changing applications for the Link, beyond creating some kind of porkborg. Neuralink's head neurosurgeon, Matthew McDougall, said the first trials of the Link would be aimed at treating things like paraplegia. The company said it received FDA breakthrough device designation in July. Now, that's not the same as FDA approval.
So you mean to tell me this brain chip is supposed to be able to treat things like somebody who has no functioning parts of their limbs? So what does that mean? I'm going to control your consciousness. I'll control your body. You're going to take a back seat, just like in what movie? Get Out. So.
Hello, this is a prepaid collect call
from. At this point, I got a phone call to take.
This call is not private.
So.
It will be recorded and
I'm probably gonna wrap this one up.
This should be a private call.
But make sure that y'all are looking up the Chinese landing on Mars. Make sure y'all looking up NASA's moon contract, and make sure y'all also looking up into martial law. You guys say hi to CC. CC, say hi. It's I'm live. I'm streaming right now for you, my YouTube channel. Okay. So you guys make sure you check that out and check out Candace Starr. She's got some new stuff on the martial law as well. So I'm gonna wrap this up, man. I appreciate all the subscribers, all the viewers. We almost able to be monetized. I think like a couple hundred more watch hours and a couple hundred. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers, man. We got like 540 right now. Like I said, I appreciate everybody coming out and showing love to my page and y'all's comments and sharing, liking, subscribing, and all that, man. I couldn't do it without y'all. Thank you.